fake here on first down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down. On second down, here's Keenum. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the gun on third down, Keenum. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Following the interception, Mayfield. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. On first and 10, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Todd Davis. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn into a...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And now the starting defense for the Browns.
I'm looking at Jabril Peppers in the secondary, the 25th pick in the first round in 2017. Played in 13 games, 57 tackles and an interception. But what I like most about him is versatility. He can play cornerback, but I think he's best at safety and a little bit of what they call nickel or dime linebacker, where he can go inside and use his tackling ability in the running game. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, You don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. The numbers for Freeman a week ago. 17 carries, 90 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
They'll look to run with Freeman. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. In for the score. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Well, they sucked the defense in with a play fake, went over the top.
And I know from past experience, when offenses do that, a lot of times the defense guys are screaming at them, run the ball, run the ball. The offense doesn't really care. They got 6 points.
Parkey with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. As we know, they had the chance last week, Charles, to lock up the division. Couldn't do it. Now it all comes down to the final week of the season. But once again, they control their destiny. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Ebron's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time you can play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Mayfield. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And they better put that ball to the side because with that catch, he's a new single-season receiving yards record holder.
What a fantastic year. And we saw it start early, didn't we, partner? Right out of the gate, we knew he was going to have a tremendous year, but who knew it would culminate in breaking this all-time record.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. First down, Mayfield. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield gets it to Gordon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Hugh Jackson rolls the dice, but it doesn't work for him. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right
rush coming, and he's taken down. Geno Atkins coming up the middle, gets him there.
It's a tackle, never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Big Geno Atkins here to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. In fact, if anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to...
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will take this all the way way down to the 38-yard line. Landry, the intended target. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is this horoscope off? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, Keenum. And this is caught at the 8. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. Out of the gun, Keenum. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and goal from the 1. Working from the gun, Keenum. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Cortland Sutton, as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it first and 10.
Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm and really think of short passes. I think
he's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Browns. 44 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them. It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And down inside the 15 he goes. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
He's going to get it running right. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They're going to look to throw. It's complete. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Stiff-armed him. And now running right through it. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Williams. He spins free, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Keenum to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get him to fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that stretches this lead to 20-8. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 10 more there and another first down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll set up a throw. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
That is today's NFL, isn't it? If you're going to be a running back in this league, you've got to be complete to stay on the field, at least for those 3 downs we talk about. Got to be able to catch it, which he's doing quite well in this one. 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, a little unconventional. He hasn't been able to cross the goal line as a runner, but as you say, twice as a receiver. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On second down, here's Keenum. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw. And this is incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th.
Here we go now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Fighting through pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll drop to throw. Buying time to his, and the pressure gets to him again. Von Miller in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Forced out to his left. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the crossing route, complete. It's Sutton. 23 yards on the play. Here's Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. On second down, Freeman. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap for Keenan. And he connects with Ebron. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll run here with Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Paul. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Back to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very solid gain of 27. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. And partner, sayonara to Randy Moss's 07 record. That is the 24th receiving touchdown this year for him. He's the new king.
Well, always remember how Randy did it. Going deep, going over the top of people, and catching those touchdown passes. But what we've witnessed here today, what we've witnessed throughout this season, great new memories have been created by the new king.
So a crucial two-point conversion there, but that's just part one of this two-part story that they need to happen here.
Yeah, they do need to do a few other things, don't they? They got the two, as you noted. Now they've got to make sure they get the onside kick and hope to get into field goal range and maybe have one last miracle left.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's more than a two-part story. It's a three- or four-part story. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've kind of got a situation here. Still 3 timeouts defensively, so maybe you try to run a play.
And if you do it as safe as possible. And I think maybe even a quarterback sneak. Take care of the football and make sure that clock starts to run before they call the timeout.
We'll see what they do. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Freeman again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. The Broncos on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. This is Freeman. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Here's Marquette King now as he'll kick it away for the second time. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Broncos, they do get the victory here in the season finale, but it was altogether a disappointing season as they wind up at 6-10. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round.